Yeah. I am. Hey guys, this is Amarine from FTM on FTM. I'll try that again. You're gonna mess me up. Hey guys, this is Amarine on the FTM team, and I'm in college. I'm outside, so you guys wouldn't see the same front yard every single time, and I'm swinging. And I'm with my gorgeous girlfriend, who's over to the side, who does not wish to be seen. Say hi.
That's okay.
Say hi. Hi. She says hi. Alright, and I'm gonna stop swinging now, in case I'm making you motion sick. She's teasing me. Because my duties to the public, I cannot. Now she's making swinging noises. So, let's see. So today's topic, this week's topic, is coming out to homophobic parents, and I'm not exactly sure what was meant here. I think, since this is an FTM channel, they meant transphobic / homophobic. I haven't had issues coming out to homophobic parents as a guy, because I'm dating a girl, and not a guy, right?
Yes, I think so.
You think
Last
so?
time I checked.
Last time you checked. Gender is up here. It's not anywhere else.
I didn't say when or where I checked.
You didn't say when or where you checked. All right, censored information. So, as far as coming out to transphobic parents, I think the one thing that I would have to say is that it's. All right. Well, I'll have to finish this up before the storm then. One thing I'd have to say is, the one main point that I'd have to say, you're distracting me, is that
I'll stand over here.
Oh, will you? Okay.
Not really.
You're on the swings too. Is that, every situation, every individual, obviously, is different, so do whatever you feel comfortable with. But I think the whole time, it's a good thing, general things to keep in mind are the fact that it is just like any situation or medical condition or, mental condition or whatever, it's really hard for people who don't have it to understand what it's like, especially something kind of as ingrained in many cases as gender. So, if you're willing to do this, always try to give them time to adjust. Don't expect people to be super cool with it the instant you talk about it, and don't try to, force them into something. On the other hand, you want to be assertive and make sure that you're clear about who you are and your identity, so those people can best respect it. And if you're not being respected, you need to be able to, address that. But you may need to give it time. I think that's the biggest thing I have to say. As far as how to come out to them, I would think generally personal conversations are the best. It gives you a chance to, them to interact directly with you and see your face and all of that. If not, if you're really afraid that their reaction would be violent or that need some time to cool down or anything like that, a letter might be a really good idea, because it gives you a chance to say everything that you want to say, and hopefully they'll, that's the other thing, you don't know if they read it, but hopefully they did read it, and, it doesn't become a shouting match, or they can't turn into an argument about something else, they just have to deal with what's right there in front of them. Or if you sometimes have a hard time getting out everything you want to say about a subject verbally, and you get cut off easily. Are you agreeing with me? Okay, my girlfriend agrees. That I don't know if I'd say my parents are transphobic. That's a topic for perhaps not online and a completely different time and place. Excuse me, but I did come out to my mom via letter, so that works. I would say stuff like just letting them discover that you changed your name or gender on Facebook, or IMing or text. Everyone communicates differently, but that just seems to me like a really difficult way to introduce them to a life, what ends up being in some ways a life-changing or altering concept, just because of all the stuff that goes into transitioning. So that's that. As far as coming out, the other thing I'm going to address, and I don't know if this is what they meant at all, but is coming out to homophobic parents who don't know your gender identity. So, for example, me coming out to homophobic parents as gay, because I have a girlfriend, as opposed to as a straight trans man. And that's difficult too. I haven't dealt with that with my own parents. I've dealt with it with my lovely, lovely girlfriend's parents a little bit. You know, and it makes everything much more difficult because there's this whole issue of, you know, straight privilege versus, you know, homophobia and everything, and, you know, I deal with issues sometimes of feeling like I'm abandoning the community even though I'm not, or that kind of thing, because, or somehow giving in to, you know, the hatred that I've received in some cases, because of my perceived gender identity and because of my relationship. And that's really different, and I don't know the best way to come out to them. I mean, I've heard stories of people that are like, oh, good, well, you're picking a side, you're picking an orientation, and you're going with it, and great, and they're, you know, they're excited, which isn't really something to celebrate, but sometimes you take what you can get. And other times, people who are homophobic are even more upset about transgender people than about homosexuals, or bisexuals, or lesbians, or whatever you want to say. And so that's really hard, and I haven't actually done that a whole lot yet. But, you know, it's not the same thing as sexual orientation. So, just, you know, treat it in its own way, and you know, there may be issues of explaining to people what it means to be heterosexual, or homosexual, or bisexual. You're falling off the slide, or the swing, good job. Transgender person, but that's, you know, that's that. So, I don't know, do you have any advice for coming out to homophobic parents, or homophobic people, if you are trans, and explaining to them that you are trans, and you already know they're homophobic?
Well, I'm not trans.
You're not trans?
So,
no. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
So I can't really speak on that point.
Should I point the camera? Oh, you're gonna be faceless? Remain faceless. You can look at me. I'll move my lips while you talk. Okay.
Ventriloquist.
I will be.
Although that makes me the ventriloquist, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Okay, no.
I love you.
So what were you gonna say?
I was going to say that I can't speak to the trans point, but as far as coming out to homophobic parents goes, I would suggest many of the same things you did for coming out to transphobic parents. It's not the same. It's not in any way the same issue, but it's a lot of the same techniques for telling people something that maybe they don't really want to hear or they don't want to accept.
Yeah, just patience and reminding them that this is who you are, it's a part of who you are, and that you're not different from the person they knew. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just another better part of you that you trust them with sharing. And that's another thing I think a lot of times is if you're trusting them with information. You know, you're trying to create a better relationship, and if you explain it that way, maybe
and
you'll...
if you're absolutely worried sick about it, and you know you won't be able to get more than 3 words out, a letter is sometimes a good way to go, especially if you anticipate they're not going to listen to you, that they're just going to shut off. And you can't control that they'll read the whole letter, but at least you can organize your thoughts in such a way that you really couldn't. You can meditate on it rather than you would in just a normal conversation where you're not really always thinking about the proper organization of what you're going to want to talk about.
Says the writer.
English major advice.
English major advice. That's the official word on coming out to homophobic parents from the English major. So that's awesome. Also,
disregard it as you will.
Regard it as you should. Oh yeah, and so coming out as trans and gay or bi or whatever, I know can have its own slew of problems, and I just don't have experience on that. If you troll around the internet long enough, you'll find stuff. Or don't troll. Whatever.
Don't troll. Just
patrol if you peruse the internet.
If we're talking trolling like with a very small motor on a boat, that's okay. Right. That's okay. It's, you know, trolling.
They may not live on a river or on an ocean.
You know what?
Okay. Anyway, you'll find stuff on it. And I'm sorry, I don't have tons of advice. You know, especially for that situation. But alright, so that's that. And you got to sort of meet my girlfriend.
Would you like me to come over there?
Yeah. Do you want to? I think we should leave it all suspenseful.
Leave it all suspenseful.
Leave it all
Maybe you'll get to see me
suspenseful.
next time.
Maybe you'll get to see her next time.
It'll be a shtick.
Actually, probably when you'll get to see her is on my personal channel. So go check out my personal channel and watch all my videos, and then subscribe, and then maybe you'll get to see her. Subscribe. Just kidding. I really don't care who subscribes.
Subscribe with use of the God voice. Disembodied God voice.
So my goddess girlfriend over here is telling you to subscribe in her persuasive goddess voice.
Well, not quite.
Alright, and I hope you guys enjoyed the change of scenery. I don't know how much you can see, and
If you can't see it, it's beautiful.
it's beautiful, it is. Ready? I'm gonna do this, and you can see, oh no. Alright, well, I hope it wasn't zoomed in like that the entire time.
It looked fine, from what I could see.
Okay guys, so
You almost got me in that shot there. That was close.
I know, it's very close.
You and your mad camera skills.
But I do have I'm in a film class now, so now I'm gonna know how to make oh my crotch, there you go. Now I'm gonna know how to make real videos.
Everybody needs a crotch shot. Just
That's what she
saying.
said. Alright.
This is what she said.
Alright guys. You know what, you should have held the camera. Since I hold the camera.
You know
in every
what? That
single
is
shot.
You know what? Hang on. Oh, look at that!
Hey.
That works so much better.
So for once, it's not shaking all over the place, everywhere. I once did this and fell off into my mouth at daycare when I was 4. All right.
Well, you're not 4 anymore,
I'm not
so.
4 anymore. Ha! Take that! It's okay, I cried and I got in trouble for crying. Good times.
That's fail.
I learned how to be a man in preschool and daycare. It's because no one paid attention to me. Actually, it was pre-K, it was daycare, right? So no one paid attention to anyone else, and kids got in fights and had to beat each other up. And I came from no, I'm just kidding. I can't really not from daycare. All right, here we go. So I have a swing joke for you guys.
Oh no.
I may put this on my personal channel. I may just be extra bloopers. So there's the playground in the world of sexuality, right? I don't mean that in a disgusting way. I mean that in a metaphoric way. And all the heterosexuals are just
Hey man, queers can drink tea too.
Well, they will drink tea differently, just.
Okay.
And all the homosexuals swinging side to side. And all the bisexuals are kind of going in little circles like this. La 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 la. Tea party. I don't know why the bisexuals are drunk. It's okay. They just went to a bisexual party. And all the pansexuals. And fuck the police, I do what I want. And then the asexuals are look at my sandcastle. Hey guys, come look at my sandcastle. Guys, it's got a moat. Guys, look at it. It's got a moat.
You should probably disclaim that, yeah.
What?
You should probably disclaim that.
What? Oh, yeah, that's from Tumblr. I stole that off Tumblr. It was written though. I didn't steal the acting part from Tumblr. I did that myself because I'm a big boy. But,
Disclaims as the English major who gets in trouble for not citing properly.
You should cite.
Hey, I cite. I cite good. I cite real good.
Give you my ML. You cite goodly?
I cite goodly.
You cite goodly like an English major.
I cite goodly like an English major.
I have to go. Oh, it's raining now.
Now it's raining. It's
Let's swing
raining
in the
more.
rain. So we're gonna go swing in the rain, guys. Alright, cheers. Bye.